Daryl, what's popping?
What's good? What's good, man? How's everybody?
They all right. Fuck them niggas. What's good?
What up, no?
I heard a lot of bandit babble going on today, so I figured I would come and correct it.
Wait, Daryl, do me a favor. Define what's the
fuck?
definition of bandit babble?
Bandit babble is when men are blaming women and just speaking nonsense, and when men are projecting their insecurities onto the audience, for the most part.
All right, go ahead. What was the bandit babble? Bandit. Somebody write down that definition because now we know. Go ahead, Daryl.
The problem that bandits have, just to tackle the conversation that I have before I go back to the topic on the title. Mm-hmm. The problem that bandits have with their wives or their girlfriends having male friends at all is they have this consistent need for control, right? They want to control whether a woman have a certain amount of friends, whether she have a certain kind of friend, whether she have gay friends, male friends, whatever. They feel insecure around her and they clearly don't trust her. If I was with comedian Q and she wanted to hang out with Hamp or anybody else, if I really trusted her, then, I wouldn't care who she hangs out with, right? I'm not a financial advisor, right? So if somebody's giving my wife good advice on how she can make more money, why should I hinder her from taking that financial advice simply based on the fact that he's a man? This is what happens when men are insecure. This is what happens when men move with their egos, right? If you trust the woman that you are with, right? If you trust the woman that you are with, then you won't have this conversation, right? As far as women being friends with men, that only becomes a problem when males do not exercise dick discipline. If you can exercise dick discipline, then it wouldn't be a problem, right? But because men get around women and they say, I cannot look at this woman outside of nothing else, outside of pussy, right? That's when they stop being friends. That's when they stop being cordial. That's when now when she goes on dates, she got to pay for herself because you're looking at it like she owe you something. You feel entitled. So the reason why men cannot be friends with women is because of lack of dick discipline and not seeing women as human beings instead of just objects for lust. And the reason why, work friendships cannot work out is because of men who are insecure. That's all.
So Daryl, so on that premise, so you agree that the majority of men lack dick discipline, especially with the talking point of, it's natural for us to want one and more women, etc. Right? So you agree with that, right? Where the dick discipline is the minority of men.
I do think the majority of men don't even think about dick discipline. You went to college. Name the one party you went to where the women was just throwing ass and all the rest of that stuff where men was trying not to get vagina.
Never in life.
It didn't happen. So we can sit up here on the internet and act like, men are just so fucking mature. We don't promote hoe culture. Stop it. No matter where we are, we promote hoe culture. You can go to any club, no matter if it's in Detroit where I'm at. Yeah. You go to Miami, you go to Los Angeles, you go to Chicago, right? Men love hoes. Men promote hoe culture. They spend money on hoe culture.
Yeah, like but Daryl, with that point, you made a great point. But doesn't that also contradict your argument that a man should guard against men advising and being around his women because men lack dick discipline and they always have an agenda to get some pussy? So isn't that the reason why a man should be skeptical when men are around?
You can be skeptical, but I wouldn't tell my woman what not to do. I would trust my woman because even if so listen, my girlfriend is a sergeant in the Air Force. So she commands men all the time. Right? She's around men 24/7. Am I supposed to tell her you can't do your job now? Right? No. Am I supposed to tell her that you can't be around men? It's not different because no matter if fucking Black Men Unfiltered works with her or he's her friend, it doesn't matter because I trust who she is. I trust her character. I trust that she's not a hoe. I trust that she's not promiscuous. All these different things, and I trust that I vetted somebody who's going to make a good choice about our relationship. It's just that simple. Right. But if that trust is not there and it's not solid, then I understand the logic that you guys are introducing here. Right? There will be cracks, and in those cracks, I call that insecurity. Those insecurities will manifest in the ways that you guys are describing now.
So Daryl, I respectfully disagree with you. Let me tell you why. Well, and I think that the reason, and I'm not going to put this as a whole premise that everybody believes the same thing, right? Because everybody believes things differently. But for me, from a perspective of what I believe as a man and what I believe as far as my faith and all these different things like this here, it is written, it is shown that even in our faith that we're supposed to be coverings over our wives, coverings to lead them and guide them, right? Mm-hmm. To give them structure, right? To be able to have, like, so you have to have some type of structure and boundaries with your wife. I've never read, and I've read it a few times, I've never read where it was okay for women to be in the presence of men who were not their covering. So if your wife, and I'm talking from a husband-wife perspective, if my wife wants to go out and be with a bunch of dudes, yeah, absolutely, you can say you trust your wife, but why would you want your wife around a bunch of men or be in the presence of a bunch of men when you are her covering? You're the guy who provides, protects for her, encourages her. You're her inspiration. You're supposed to be her first pastor. You're supposed to be her religious leader. All these different things. How are you going to be that when you're so freely saying, "Hey, babe, if you want to have male friends, go out and chill with them. That's fine. It's cool."
Black man, let him answer the question. let him answer.
My bad. I just want to make it clear. My bad.
I got you.
You can be all of those things and not be an insecure ass bandit.
So what does it look like, Daryl? What does it look like?
It looked like a man remains stoic. If I met a woman, so a lot of these bandits are online crying about Kevin Samuels taught them how to be a man and they're in their 40s, right? So you're not in college meeting her. You're in your 40s meeting this woman. More than likely, she already has a life. More than likely, men already exist around her. More than likely, she already has male friends, right? Yeah. And if you do meet her in college like we were, Hamp, then I guarantee you she has male friends, right? Unless she goes to a fucking all-girls school, which is more than likely not the case.
So they're on
males
that
are around her all the time. Are you stoic enough to remain? And for me, I'm handsome. I have options. I mean, I'm in a loving relationship, but the point is, why would I trip about something like that at all? Daryl, I don't have those situations that happen to me. I'm sorry.
Well, Daryl, real quick on it. You can finish. I just want to. So in terms of the friends, though, like in college, as an example, so you're Greek, I'm Greek, right? And I play football. So the male friends she would have had would have been my friends. Did you have that same experience?
Where my girlfriend had friends?
Yeah, but they essentially, we have the same. So her male friends would be other Qs or the football player.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, of course, like, but I think that's different when it comes to us because we were on a different level. I mean, if you was on a yard at all, then I mean that's different. I don't want to compare us to regular guys.
Okay,
but to answer that question directly, absolutely.
Yeah. So we kind of got control of it, you know, because they're our friends. Like those are her friends.
But even like, so example, when I was at school, the girl that I was with, who is my son's mother, that was the case. But then she was around other men at work as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, work.
And she would hang around those guys. If they get off work, they smoke cigarettes together. I mean, whatever. Why do I care, right? She always came back to me. She got butt ass naked.
Cigarettes? The hell they smoking cigarettes for?
Yeah, man. I used to smoke cigarettes, but not
1985.
Yeah, I used to smoke cigarettes, so it was a bad habit. It's a bad habit. But okay. You know what I'm saying? We used to all smoke together. I don't really care what those women do. If you with me, then you with me. I have no reason to care about you having male friends or female friends. That don't matter because let's be real. She could be hanging out with a friend, and that friend might be Princella, right? And then she might want to eat that pussy. Then so what's the problem then? And so if the problem is infidelity, it's not about if it's a man or it's a woman. That can happen with either person. Okay. So it's about trust.
So Daryl, just real quick, y'all, I just want a couple questions. So you don't believe that men should employ any mitigating factors regarding men when you know men lack dick discipline?
I think that we have to cultivate relationships that are strong enough to stand these different tests because they will happen, right? You got a beautiful woman, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Somebody gonna see her and they're gonna try her.
Yes.
No matter, like, it can be on 10, 15, like nigga above me, or it can be Princella. It can be one of these. It can be young M.A. It don't matter if she's tempted by something and she go for it. That means that whatever y'all had, that means shit to her. It's really just that simple.
Yeah, I understand the logic. Now, question: can your woman, is she a wife or a girlfriend or
girlfriend?
Yeah. Okay. So can she accept money from like her male friends?
Why would that be a problem?
Okay.
Oh no.
Can her male friend be her spiritual guide?
Is he a spiritual?
No.
Is he a pastor?
No, sir.
Then no. I mean, if this is falls within the realm of his career, if he is fucking Tony Danza or the fuck, if he one of these spiritual guidance type guys, I don't care.
Okay, but no, he's just like us. So they tight, and, you know, maybe let's say he into reading the Bible, but he ain't no prophet. You know what I mean? He's not a theologian. He doesn't have a degree. Okay. Can he be her emotional guys? Can he, can she confide in him?
What's the problem with that?
Okay, so if she's confiding in him when it comes to issues like with you two, that's cool.
What's the problem with that?
Okay. Last question, Daryl. Why you smile? See, that smile tell me, All right. So
he's trolling like a motherfucker.
No, he's my guy. He's my guy. I'm being honest.
Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Don't overrun it. I got one more.
Like bullshit.
So Daryl, yeah, he's smart. That's so Daryl.
He trolling like a motherfucker.
Is he allowed to do like the physical things for her? Like, is he hanging up TVs in her house and changing her tires if you're in proximity? Or you need to be the first call? What you think?
Absolutely. I would not be the first call. If you have a male friend that wants to he want to build you a shed in the backyard, he can do all of that stuff, and after that we can go fuck inside there. Right? I have zero insecurities. These men can play wherever role that they see fit. I know the kind of woman that I go ahead and go be Mrs. Captain Save 'em. Right? Oh yeah, you put her door together? Cool. Now I can lock your dumb ass right up out of it. Right? You did you put the bed together? Cool. Because I'm about to smash on it. I appreciate you. Your services are appreciated. What I will not do is tell her that I'm going to control her. Right? The men that she understands is not good for our relationship, she's gonna weed those men out. Right? Like I said, if I was dating comedian Q, I don't think that she would have a man around her that is detrimental to our relationship. Right? Because I don't think that it's within her character to have people around like that will want to prey on the downfall of our relationship. Right? And if I do have a woman like that around, then that means that I, as a man, have failed to actually vet this woman. Right? Because she is willing to bring people into our situation that is there for destruction. So no.
Okay, I understand that. I think that you're staying on the same type of point. I understand that. Daryl, damn. The last question was, I done forgot it. It was a good question though.
So it goes.
Go ahead. If I think of it, I'm gonna jump
back to what I asked.
Go ahead.
So Daryl, it goes back to what I asked earlier. So just a general thing, if a guy is dating a girl and she has a male friend, right? You said you have no insecurities. And one day you just said, hey, listen, call this guy, just like we were talking about earlier. Call him real quick and say, hey, listen, me and Daryl having some issues. I'm in room 1408, right at this hotel, and I just need you to come and hold me tonight because I'm just hurting, right? And that guy says, I'll be there in 10 minutes. What are your thoughts? And this guy's been around your girl a long time. What are your thoughts about the guy saying, I'll be there? I'm coming. I'm on my way.
So you got to remember, like me, listen, BMU, I'm in a specific situation, right? As the same guy, I'm around women all day. And all these women have boyfriends. Some of them have husbands. If I was the guy in that situation, those husbands and boyfriend would have nothing to worry about. Because I respect every single one of these women and I respect their relationships. This will only be a situation that's bad where the man is failing to actually respect his friend, respect the boundaries and expectations that has been set on their friendship, and he chooses to probably SA her, right? More than likely, or force himself on her or try to do something that goes outside of the boundaries that was set in the beginning. But I myself, I see that as a scenario where two friends are just dependent upon one another to help each other.
I got a question, Daryl. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that women smash their friends, smash their best friends, their best guy friends?
While in relationships or fully committed, absolutely not. But in situations where they might be single and not committed to a man, that's a possibility. Yes.
would it be okay for like your woman, if she had a friend that she smashed before she met you, to continue that relationship with that friend?
Why would that be a problem?
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Wait,
I
what
can
was
think
the
of a
question?
couple.
What was the question? real
So,
quick?
so you
I
saying
asked
like
him.
just to frame
I
it?
asked,
I heard the question. So like just to frame
Frame
it,
it
if
for me. I missed this. Say it again. Go
he
ahead.
said that if my girlfriend or if my girlfriend had a guy that a friend that she had sex with before,
Uh-huh.
and we dated, could they still be friends after our relationship began? That was your question, right? August the Great.
yeah, yes.
Yeah. See, I have female friends like that. I have friends who I have been intimate with, but we're just friends now, and like they're married now. I would hate that our friendship will be cut off because of one moment in time that has nothing to do with the fact that they're building a family now. They have homes together. They building bank accounts together. They're building credit together. That little small moment that me and this individual might have shared has nothing to do with the legacy that they're building. One day their children will grow up and have grandchildren, right? They're not going to say, well, oh, what about that one time where mama was fucked by Daryl in college? Now, they're going to think about all the times that their father was being a good father, married to the mother. We get so caught up on these moments again because of our ego. Our egos is directly attached to a woman's vagina, and that's something that black bandits need to let go of.
Question
Ham, I
mark.
got a question for Ham.
I got
What?
I got a question for Ham. Ham, real quick, Ham. I want to ask Ham a question. Ham,
Yes,
you're
sir.
a real dude, bro. I respect you. I got a lot of respect for you, doc.
Appreciate you.
If you knew a guy fucked your wife in college,
Mm-hmm.
are you able to be friends with the guy if he's friends with your wife?
No,
Why?
no, no.
Well,
That's not an energy that I would invite around me, right? If I hear in this space, so many people believe in soul ties and things of that nature. So if you
Uh-huh.
believe in those things, which I think the majority of people from what I've heard done, then why would I invite that in my situation any way, shape, or form? Again, I'm just about mitigating,
So-
right?
so-
I want to be just as comfortable as she is, right? And so whatever adds to my comfort, I should be able to have.
So would you look at that as an insecurity?
Say again.
Would you look at that as an insecurity, or would you look at that as you being the covering over your wife and keeping those negative energies out of your marriage?
Yeah, I would look at it as the latter, unless somebody says some better shit than what I initially thought. But yeah, it just wouldn't make sense to me. And as a man, also, on the flip side, if I'm that man, I'm gonna separate myself from that woman. I would respect for her husband too, right? So if I had sex with a woman and she's starting to get in a relationship and get married, I'm gonna fall back as well, right? Because that's time and territory. And I understand what Daryl meant about moments, but moments are moments. Scars are scars. History is history, and it matters.
But
Yep.
he
that,
really didn't
that was
answer
gonna
my-
be that was gonna
he
be
didn't
part
really-
of my question to Daryl was, if you are saying there's no issue with women and men being friends, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And men don't have dick discipline, then that means that you believe most men are predators for pussy, right?
That is correct, man. Yes.
So if that's the case, wouldn't it be, if he's allowed to disrespect you, he's allowed to disrespect her? So what the fuck is really going on?
Well,
Come
I
on.
think that we skipped the step, right? Because just because men are that way, that's why I preference my statements by saying, let's say if I was with you, that would you allow a friend around that was disrespectful to your relationship? Would you?
A male friend?
Well, so that's why I think that these conversations.
Okay, so
when it comes
either-
to like
either
the
way,
conversation,
right?
either way, because so like it's cheating. So if your woman get pegged by a fucking a fucking stud and she put the fucking thing on and she start licking her shit and lick her ass and everything else and make her come, does it only matter to you guys if a male does it? I mean, I'm just concerned here because if we're talking about infidelity, then the gender shouldn't even matter, right? We should be making sure that nobody is coming around our partner who is having harmful thoughts about our relationship. But I do trust that. Hold on, I got you. I do trust the men. Hold on. I got you.
Let me just finish, and then this is what we need to do. Let Daryl finish, and I know August had a follow up. Then Hank can jump in.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
All right.
It's easy for me to move like this because I have a woman who I know is not a whore. I have a woman who I know will not allow people within our relationship to actually come in and destroy it, man or woman. Right. So if she has a friend I can trust her enough to make the actual discernment to say this person is understanding that I'm in a relationship. They understand the boundaries. They understand expectations. When we set boundaries and expectations, unless somebody is violent, just so disrespectful, they usually stick to it. It's just that simple.
Right. What I was going to say is, you really didn't answer the question I asked a little earlier. You switched it to yourself, and I wanted to know if your wife or your girlfriend had a consistent. She has a friend that she has a sexual relationship with prior to your relationship. Is it okay for her to continue that relationship with that friend? Not just a moment. They may have had sex on numerous occasions throughout the course of their years, but that's her friend now, and she's no longer looking at him that way. Are they okay to continue that relationship, that friendship?
That wouldn't be a problem for me, right? Now the man is married now, but her ex-husband, right? They're just friends now.
Okay. Oh yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It fits the parameters of the question that you asked. They are friends now. They were engaged. Sorry, they were married. They have a child together. He's married now to another woman in a different state, but they are friends. Should I tell her that you cannot be his friend no more? That it should only be co-parenting. That you guys should have no friendship at all, simply because they used to be intimate together. I think that's controlling.
But he didn't say baby daddy.
Hold on a second.
He said friends. And they are friends.
What I'm saying is the parameters are a little different, and the reason why I say that is because you put the parameters of him being in a marriage. Let's say that her friend was single, and they've had sexual relationships in the past prior to you. Would that friendship be okay? Would you look at that friendship and say there's no need to mitigate that?
That friendship wouldn't threaten my masculinity at all.
No, I'm not saying would it threaten your masculinity. I'm asking you, would you allow that friendship to continue and manifest in the relationship that you're having with your girlfriend?
To it not affecting my masculinity at all, I would have no problem with it. It wouldn't even be a thing for me.
Okay.
So Daryl. So if he fucked your girl to yours, mine, and ours in the back in the day, and that was their favorite song to fuck to, and then now they still friends though, and you allow it, and you at a barbecue, and yours, mine, and ours come on, that's
You dropped off.
You dropped down.
Oh my bad. Yeah, he's going to remember if that yours, mine, and ours come on, they fuck to that song, and then y'all at a barbecue 10 years later, and that song comes on, she's gonna remember how good he fucked her to that song.
I get what you were saying. For me, I cannot concern myself with the thoughts of other men. I'm only concerned with what my woman is doing. If a man is sitting around thinking about what he used to do back in the day, then then all power to him. All I know is in that moment, I would go and kiss my wife on the cheek and then grab her ass, and then we go home and then make love.
Nigga, you lying like a motherfucker there. You know you lying.
Or she thinking about a dude like me snatching through her ass.
Snatching that ass up.
God damn.
Shit.
Girl, you know that shit is right, man.
This is alleged, Hamp.
Yeah, I'm reading. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to. Oh, let me check. Make sure they extended the show. Hold on a second. All right, I think we good. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. House of Urban Lounge and Brit, of course, and Savage extended the show. I really humbly appreciate y'all. Shout out to Brit, shout out to Savage, shout out to House of Urban Lounge podcast.
Shit like that.
Q Dub with the 10 ounces. Bandit and Naker is another term used to disgrace black men. These are terms often used and made up by the women who want to destroy black men. They say black men should be aborted at birth before birth. That's not good. The Standard RLC with the 2000 says, Daryl, I hope she sees this, bro. Pander Bear. Oh, Alfred Johnson was popping with the $5 says, but you are making the guy's point. The issue is not that I don't trust my woman. I don't trust the dudes. Why should I put her in such a situation? Lauren Mack with the $5 says, I hate to say it, but y'all sound like you're projecting. The lady you choose would never be moved by another man, right? Hey, Lauren, we actually broke that down earlier too.
Good job.
Where people are capable of cheating. People make mistakes all the time, and so it just mitigating factors, But anybody can get cheated on for sure. Hey yo, with the $5 says, whenever there is nothing but single women in the chat agreeing with your points, you are L, sir. Put Mr. Long in the bathroom.
That's not
God
nice.
damn, they done shit on
Damn.
me.
Sean Brewer with the $2 says, why haven't Daryl marry her?
Like 2 months in. We're like 2 months in, guys. 2 months in, guys. We're working on it.
Now, hold on.
It's fresh.
But you 2 months in, you trust her that much?
Yes.
God damn, Daryl.
Woo, shit.
She got some good pussy, don't she?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
God damn.
She got him.
No.
Yeah, she done tape her face. Yeah, she gave him that pussy tape her face, boy. He gone.
Hank, we can both agree that at the end of the day, we are around women, right? Because some of you guys who might be in relationships like myself or married, you guys are around women as well. It don't mean that you guys are all cheating. Like at a certain age, like you gentlemen, men do reach a level of dick discipline. It's at the younger ages and the levels of, you know, men being derelicts and bandits that they feel like they can move like that and disrespect their relationships. I have relationships with a lot of women of a lot of different classes. I would never disrespect them. To me assuming that I can just whip out my Peter Whacker and assume that I'm entitled to some sex from them means that I am entitled. And this is the kind of stuff that Black women talk about every single day when men make unwanted sexual advances simply because they are friends with them. We have to learn how to control ourselves.
But what about this though? Why would you put your woman in a certain position though? Like for her security, her insecurity. Because we know women are very insecure. Look at her, the queen.
Can I answer that?
This the thing though, Hank, when you say men put their women in those situations, men do not.
Can I answer that?
I don't want to say men don't put themselves. I got you.
You're around women all the time.
Hank, I got you. I can answer it for you, Hank. I can answer for you.
Let me finish the question. Though.
Sure.
So your woman could feel some type of insecurity if you're around these women all the time. Now she's going to wonder to herself, why is he always around these women? And maybe a certain type of women. These women, because not every woman is upstanding, God-fearing, and salt and earth type woman. There's some hoes out there. Ask Q. She know about it.
What?
Okay, so
why do we keep using? Wait, hold on. Why do we keep using?
This question wasn't for you.
Why do we keep saying that you're mitigating?
Girl, not for you either, Queen.
No. I'm saying this is a response. Why do you keep saying you men?
Response from Daryl, not heathen Queen.
What?
Can you have him?
Women, right?
Because the question was directed towards him. That's why it's for him. So heathen Queen, allow him to answer first, and then you come through. Right on.
So
ahead, she gonna save your ass.
So what I was going to say is men do not put their women in those situations. Again, a lot of women, because Black men are not giving Black women jobs, they're hired by men of other races anyway. They're around other men all the time. They make friendships in these different workplaces. It happens all the time, especially if they have healthy mental environments where they work at. It happens all the time, right? Like I said, with my girlfriend working in the Air Force. So let me say this, as far as the other part, because I hate that misinterpretation. Well, you put her in a situation. No, I trust her to be in a situation that she find herself in. But as far as the other part that you mentioned, right? If a man and a woman, like you mentioned me having different female friends, right? Again, I'm the same guy. All the women are usually at fucking Sim Nation. And you know who's always there? My girlfriend. You know who have a personal direct relationship with all of them in Discord or on personal Instagrams? My girlfriend. You know, if any given time, anything happen, who can get in touch with any of the ladies who run my show? My girlfriend. We are completely honest with each other. We have nothing to hide. You know what happened when all this stuff was happening against me? You know what I was doing? Dancing with girls online. Girls half shaking their asses. You know what my girlfriend was doing? Celebrating as well. We have nothing to be insecure about at all, right? What I have done is I cultivated a safe space for women to be as sexual as they want to be as honest as they want to dance however they want, to dress however they want without the ridicule of men. And it has nothing to do with whether I want to have sex with them. It's just a service. That's all it is.
So
you provide a.
Let me just jump in real quick. Unfiltered. Yeah. So we find that I just wonder, Daryl, should there be a line though, right? Because there's a space where they have the freedom, they feel comfortable. Does that space also allow for real accountability? If so, then I can see the benefit of that space. But if it leads to, and I'm not talking about the simp nation, but you know what I mean, just in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it leads to a place of delusion where everything you think is agreed upon and it becomes an echo chamber, then how positive is that space actually?
So I can't speak
Not
about
your
other
space, but you see what I'm saying. But,
right?
just walk
In
with me
general,
in terms of the hypothetical. Yeah.
In general, whether it's my space, whether it's Princella,
Let's say
Cynthia's space,
manosphere, but even like man, like you know what I mean?
No.
Well, in terms
absolutely not.
Well, see that's why I said it, because I want to make sure you're walking with me. So when you have spaces of people of the same mindset that have a preset position and an agenda saying the same thing over and over, they're not hearing anything but what they want to hear, and they're going to perpetuate what they want to hear, whether it be right or wrong. That's why I'm mentioning like the manosphere and some of the, you see what I'm saying?
I'm following you.
Go ahead.
I do understand that those situations and those like spaces exist.
Yeah.
However, myself and other people that I know, right, whether Storm Monroe, etc., we have cultivated spaces where the women don't all think the same.
Okay.
Right. Even for example, like I said, I worked with Princella for a whole month. She was at my channel every single fucking day. The women over there don't all think the same. Some women still love men. Some women still love Peter Wacker, right? But they do agree on other principles that she that she present, and they align on the commonalities, right? They don't agree on everything, but they align on the commonalities. And sometimes there will be, heated discussions because people don't always have the same outlook on everything, right? That's just natural. But it is for solutions, but it's not for banditry or niggatry. No, absolutely not.
You're saying the goal is to get to the solution without the ad hominem negativity and bashing?
Yes, because when you look at Maslow's hierarchy, right, ad hominems and name calling is at the bottom of actually communicating. Is at the very, like, the people who operate at the lowest vibrational level, they move at that level, and we try to avoid that in those spaces that we exist in.
Question, Daryl. In the space, I understand that type of verbiage and insults isn't used against each other. Is it used against others? And if so, is it a pot calling the kettle?
What do you mean?
So let's say me and you doing a panel together, right? We talking shit, right? Even if we disagree, we're gonna have a cordial conversation. But then when we refer to others, we start calling them names, ad hominem attacks, etc. Right? Because if we want a solution and we want to create a good environment, using them tactics against people who aren't there or attack people who show up, isn't that kind of contradictory in a way, right? Because the space is no longer a space of solution, because it's half ad hominem, half solution when you like the people.
No, definitely. I do agree. There are spaces like that exist where they will not call somebody out based on if they like a person or not. People have biases. We unfortunately have to accept them sometimes not.
Yeah, but ain't that what you and your friends or your female friends or lady friends from Sim Nation do? Y'all calling the cats bandits and makers and all that? What, you're not doing that. No,
there you go.
We call men who are bandits. Not all men are bandits.
You're not doing no different though, Daryl.
No, that's not true.
Hey, let me ask you a question, DJ.
Won't get talked about. That's not a safe place for men not to get talked about? If you referring to every man a bandit or a naker?
I'll give you.
I heard you refer every man. You call every man up here a naker or a bandit. You didn't say you was talking with the 10, 15 or the Matthew or Black or me or whoever. You just referring to everybody as a bandit and a naker.
Go ahead, Daryl. And then 10-15, I know. So Daryl responds to that. I know Black men want to jump in, and then 10-15 had a question. Go ahead, Daryl.
We don't call all men bandits, or we don't call all men nakers or derelicts or degenerates, right? We don't do that. What we do is and I don't want to be messy. I know I can be, but I'm going to remain very relaxed today. But if I wanted to, I could pull up videos and we can give examples. Right, we can give examples of men in this space who are deemed manosphere gurus, manosphere, what's the word? Founders, who are saying that black women deserve to be raped, that black men deserve to be shot by George Zimmerman. So we call out that remedial rhetoric, right? Where other men, they use those men for the clout, the little bit of clout that they do have. They say, well, we want to be a part of that. We don't want to call them out for what they're saying. We don't want to call men out for saying that black women are a bigger threat to black women, to black men than white men, than slavery, right? We don't want to do that. So we don't call all men bandits. For example, Jason Wilson, here I'm in Detroit. He did a whole thing about saving black men on ESPN. He's not a bandit, but there are other men that are, right? There are other men that say, I will slap a black bitch. But then when Tariq Nasheed put up on him, he didn't slap a black man, right? But see, if I called him out now and we had a conversation about it, they'll say Daryl being messy.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
I don't want to go down those roads.
Okay,
That's
so
not.
yeah,
but you articulated your point, so that's cool.
I did.
Go ahead, black man.
I was going to say this. You said that you provide a safe space for women to come and dress like they want to dress, say what they want to say, be as sexual as they want to be. But like you just said, all men are not degenerates and all that. Some are good, some are bad. But when you invite those women to your platform, you got to know some of those women could be good women and some of those women are hoes. And I think safe place does not equal accountability. I think people go to places where they feel more comfortable being who they are. And sometimes those hoes will feel comfortable being under a man who allow them to be hoes. Because most men and alpha niggas don't allow those women in their spaces. They hold them accountable. And when men hold women accountable, then we're called degenerates. Then you're called this and that. And some of these men on this panel have daughters who that they're raising. And they want to be able to put their daughter in position and talk to their daughters, right? I have 3 daughters. I know Hank has a daughter. I mean, I don't know everybody else's situation, but we're raising daughters to be a certain way. And our daughters have to have examples of what to be and what not to be. And so when we provide a safe place for everybody to have equality, when we know some of them are out of line, I don't think that equals accountability.
That's more of a statement.
I can smoke a bag of that.
You know what I'm saying?
I just found, Hamp, in my experiences, women have been true friends. Women have been natural resources. Women, they support more. They usually are more honest, right? They're more vulnerable.
So?
Absolutely.
Vulnerable, yeah, I give you that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Daryl, question before you go on. The resource part.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's the ultimate value though for the women? Because you're right. When you got good women around, they do so much shit. Like when I used to throw parties, maybe you threw parties. Mm-hmm. They the best at the door, making sure shit goes right. So I do agree. There's a great resource there, But in order, just because, like you said, we have insatiable appetites, you do have to have some parameters with them in order to keep that business righteous, right?
I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. I just find that usually when you're working with a whole bunch of males, one of these bandits will get in their feelings and they want to be the boss, or they want to be, they don't want to play their roles. Women move like most matriarchs move. They work collectively together, right? You can see these in the bonobo tribe, right? And how the bonobo tribe move versus other species of chimpanzees who mostly move like our patriarchal society where barbaric fucking animals decide who is going to be on top versus the matriarchy. Everybody gets to win. If you know about how bonobos move. I'm just simply saying, man, I have no problem with.
You saying you gonna ride with them women? You think them women gonna protect your ass, or will they turn their back on you?
If things ever, the stuff popped off with me. You don't want to go there, Hank. Things popped off with me recently. Nobody turned
physically, Hank. Are you talking about
physically? I don't give a shit about what you're talking about. What popping off?
Oh, absolutely. Did you know that most so we all know about the NRA, right? The National Rifle Association.
Right? Yeah.
Did you guys know that most of the members that make up that association are women? There are more women that are in the NRA right now than men. Did you guys know that?
That's an organization. Don't mean they know how to. When shit hit the fan, don't mean they know how to handle it.
It don't mean that just because a man is by my side either that he's going to handle it either. Is that the fact that just because I have a man there that he's going to handle things? Is that proven throughout history?
I take my chances with a dude.
What violence? It's violence.
Yeah. Daryl, let me say this real quick to Daryl. Daryl, I just had a relative of mine. I had a relative of mine, a female. Her name is Tracy. Shout out to Tracy. Tracy's a bit, she's a kind of, she's a stocky girl, right? She's a stud muffin bulldagger, right? And so my thing is this. Let me tell you what she did. She told me, bro, if you say something else to me, I will pull up and beat your ass. And I told her, you keep forgetting your place on what you were born to be. And if you come to my house, we'll go in the backyard and you be a warrior. I'm gonna be a warrior, and I'm gonna show you how nature intended for things to be when I knock you the fuck out. Yeah, so stop playing with me. You can go put on your Levi's and you can go put on your Timbs and your wife beater and you can tuck shit in and flatten shit out. But at the end of the day, you still a female that bleed once a month. You still got that femininity in there that you covering up, and you will get your ass beat up. You're not gonna come under my house and whoop me. You're not intended to be stronger than me or to put hands on me to beat me up. That's not gonna happen.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know that we was moving under. I didn't know that we was moving only.
So when that shit popped off in Kansas City yesterday, when that shit popped off, I didn't see not one woman jumped on that shooter. I didn't see not one woman jump on the shooter. Let me tell you what I see the woman do. They turned coat and they ran their ass up out there. That's what I see.
What they got to do with it?
So, Hans, are you saying that every time you saw a shooter, a man jumped on him to stop him?
You be one of the women that turn and run and scary off. You and HQ and Q. I expect y'all to run off. But I've seen two dudes jump on a man's back to contain the shooter until the police got there. That's what I've seen. So I'm going to have that dude beside me to help me out when shit pop off.
Well,
that's an example of what I'm talking about. Shit pop off. I ain't seen not one woman.
That doesn't correlate. That doesn't correlate.
Hey, Daryl, who would run?
He was saying the ladies would tend to run off. Is what he's saying. I want to get August. I got you, August. I just want to, because HQ kind of got skipped over. But in terms of what they asking, Daryl, let's make it more tangible, right? You've been a party, shit get crazy. We got to get up out of there. If it was a video game and it's me and HQ and you got to select one person to help you get up out of there, you would pick me, right?
Based on just you being a man and her being a woman, no.
Well, like you can see us, like, you know what I mean, like what you know, like how we talk, how we move. You can see our frame to an extent. Like we trying to get out of this place. Like you would pick me over HQ, right? Now I ain't saying HQ a sucker. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying the better option in the instance.
I am. I'm saying she is.
I'm telling you, me growing up in Detroit,
okay,
I know women like HQ that'll pull out the motherfucking banger and get busy before a lot of these men would. I can't be more serious than y'all. Listen, I'm from the Midwest. There was a young lady named Tuka. She took more bodies than most of these niggas on here talking. Okay. Right? So, right. If I was with her in a party, I know for a fact we getting out that party.
All right, goddamn it. You know they pat us down. If Detroit is like what you got patted down unless you got a 22 in the boot. And I don't know if HQ wear Timbs. So I think we in that party naked. You know what I'm saying? In terms of being strapped. And let me just show you this. God damn it, if you say you picking HQ over me, it's gonna hurt my fucking feelings.
Hey, hell, I'm gonna fuck with you, big dog.
Hey, be safe.
Appreciate it, fam.
Daryl? Hey, come on now. That was 400 pounds. God damn it.
I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah, man. Like,
you go with HQ? God.
I'm about to go with the ladies.
Damn. All right, let me read these. Daryl ain't shit. Let me read these super
HQ would go with HQ.
Going with I should have picked Q instead, man. HQ looked like she done seen, man. Going with the $5 at Hank, we know you have accepted sex in exchange for rent from a tenant. Get off your high horse. Fuck. Sean Brewer tells us 2 months in, laughed my ass off. You must be missing legs. 1 second, my bad. Striking it rich with a 5 pounds says, remember, the majority of people on these panels are just personalities. As Jay-Z said, it's only entertainment. Don't look to YouTubers for life advice. DG was popping with the €2. Says, Risky, the only friend my wife has is me. Sean Brew with the $5 says, $2 says, Hamp, we have defined the word friend. Ask. We have not actually. Sean Brew with himself says, starting to think this dude just a week. Atticus, thank you, my G, for getting the 5 membership. Salute, my brother. I feel like I ain't seen you as much. You must have been working more. I know you. I think you got a promotion last time we was on a panel. So salute to you, bro.